Rule 11 imposes sanctions on attorneys and law firms that file frivolous documents with the court. It is an extraordinary remedy that is rarely used in real life, but it is an important stick that helps keep everyone straight nonetheless, and thus helps keep judicial proceedings fair and streamlined. It requires that attorneys place their name, email address, phone number, and signature on every document filed with the court. It makes the attorney who prepared the document, or the party if he's not represented by an attorney, personally responsible for the filing. By filing a document, the filer represents that 1, the document is not being used to harass another party. 2, the document is not being used to cause undue delay to the litigation. 3, the claims or defenses are not frivolous and are supported by existing law or represent a non-frivolous attempt to change existing law. And 4, the claims and denials in the filings are supported by facts or likely will be supported by facts following a reasonable attempt to gather them through discovery. Rule 11 implicitly imposes on every attorney or every party in litigation a duty to explore the facts. Attorneys may not simply rely on the representations of their clients. It also requires attorneys to explore the law well before filing a complaint or other document to ensure that the case they are trying to make out, even at very early stages in the litigation, are not frivolous but rather well-founded in the law. Rule 11 sanctions can be applied to litigants who are not represented by counsel and are responsible for those documents, but not surprisingly, that's not very common. Rule 11 allows courts to impose personal monetary sanctions. That means out of your pocket, against attorneys. Now that's typically used in egregious cases, but where it's necessary, it's necessary. The Rule 11 also allows courts to remove an attorney from the case, just kick them out, require that an attorney provide pro bono services, a sort of community service, require that the attorney be publicly reprimanded, limit the ability of the parties to address or argue a particular issue, do anything else that's required to deter similar action in the future, and that's really the key here. Rule 11 is ultimately a deterrent, and the court is going to do whatever it takes to deter action like this in the future, and in really egregious cases, and this is terribly uncommon, dismiss the lawsuit. Sometimes if a party's actions or attorney's actions are so bad, the court will just deem that party to have lost. While rarely used, Rule 11 plays a big role in ensuring fairness in litigation. Attorneys are encouraged, and in fact required by the rules of most states, to advocate zealously for their clients, and at times take aggressive positions on behalf of their clients. Were it not for Rule 11, the temptation to cross that line between zealous representation and abusive behavior would be too strong for many to withstand. Many would indeed cross that line. Rule 11 counters that incentive by imposing very severe penalties on those who do, creating a counter incentive to be a little bit more conservative and a little bit more fair.